I haven't done this in so long.
What am I doing?
It's been 3 years since I have filmed on YouTube, and there are 3,000 something of you that didn't unsubscribe, and for that, I love you. I might lose some subscribers because I've done a complete 180 and rebrand over the last 3 years. Truthfully, I felt like you forgot I existed, and you quite literally could have until this very moment right now. We're rebranding, baby, okay? Those of you who subscribe to this channel subscribed for a very different reason. I used to create multi-level marketing content, anti-multi-level marketing content. It was very nitpicking on how harmful they are and how they're just bad. But truthfully, MLMs are pyramid schemes. I stand by that. I always will. But what came with the commentary content is a lot of MLMers flooding my DMs with really hateful things. So I have taken the last 3 years to pivot, and not necessarily because I wanted to get back on YouTube, just for my mental health. Like, I went completely private on everything on socials, on Instagram. I stopped making YouTube videos. I still very much think that MLMs are terrible, and I think that anybody who's part of one should leave right now. If you're part of one, leave. MLMs are pyramid schemes. You still can't tell me different. However, I feel like my YouTube channel grew because of anti-MLM commentary content, and it wouldn't be right to just not explain why I decided to stop. Not only are MLMs super toxic, however, the anti-MLM community became toxic. I don't like when a community that's meant to help people starts to turn on itself. And most people will probably watch this video and be like, what are you talking about? It's been 3 years, but that's what I know from when I left. It pretty well could be, you know, that community that's empowering and educational. However, I don't like drama. I don't like chaos. So I just decided to take a break and just not do it anymore. I had made that decision as soon as I put the camera down, and I was just like done. It was super unselfish content. It was for the purposes of commentary, education, helping people leave multi-level marketing companies because they're like just not good. The part of it that really made me want to never do it again is that I felt like I was nitpicking what other people are doing. And that's essentially what it is. You're getting sent all this content and all of the nasty things that MLMers are doing, and you're tearing it apart, and you're looking at all of the cult-like behaviors, and you're showing people like this is what MLMs are, which again, I think that the content is needed. I felt like I wasn't focusing on myself, the person who needed all that energy. This is probably the last time we'll discuss MLMs. I'm very grateful for that community, and if you want to stay, you should stay. I still think I'm worth following and subscribing to. There's a lot of fun and exciting things that I've been doing on social media, primarily on TikTok. Skincare, travel, brand collaborations. I just did my first paid ad that I submitted the video for. I'm still waiting to hear back. I'm already yapping too much, but the whole point of this video is for me to do some skincare and yap. So it's basically like a little FaceTime chat. When I say that I'm taking content creation seriously, to the point where I'm getting free things in the mail from brands in exchange for content. So we're gonna do some skincare with Gina Bell. This is gifted from them. This is their new Melicare line for hyperpigmentation. I washed my face already. We're gonna just first go in with the Melicare Jelly Touch Dual Pad. I still stand on business. I really think that multi-level marketing is bad. And it seems like there was a huge influx of them during COVID. They definitely, which is really gross, they definitely took advantage of people being laid off and the economic shakeup that COVID caused. Once COVID sort of, you know, calmed down a little bit, I haven't seen much of them, but that could be because I just don't interact with that content anymore. I don't really follow a whole lot of people that make that content. It just got to the point where things became very hostile. Like, some creators were just saying, like, it just got really hostile, and I was just over it. This is the syringe serum from Gina Bell. It is the dark spot shot, like not a real needle, but super aesthetic and fun. Like, it's giving nurse injector, but I don't have a lot of hyperpigmentation, but I do have some dark spots from acne picking, which we've grown up over the last few years. we are not picking our zits anymore. Like, no matter how addicting it can get. Subtle here. I don't really break out on my cheeks often. I've been at this for almost a week now. My skin's been doing really well, which brings me to my next point. I suffered really badly with my skin over the last 8 months, maybe. I learned the hard way that what you put in your body is a direct reflection of how your skin is going to react to that. And boy, oh boy, something in me just told me to go and see my naturopath. I noticed some spots on my mouth area, and I just, for some reason, I couldn't figure out what it is. Like, I went to my doctor and he gave me a steroid cream, and it would get rid of it. Like, it was gone. But then within days, it would just come right back. And I'm like, what is going on here? It was like just right around my mouth, like super, like, oh, it would drive me crazy. And then it would have like these whiteheads on it. And then after a while, it would get super dry. And I just didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure what it was. I just don't understand. So then after, my doctor then gave me antibiotics. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. I think it was a topical antibiotic, and he gave me oral antibiotic, and it got rid of it. Completely gone. And I was like, woohoo, great. But then my symptoms were just terrible. Like, I was feeling so exhausted. Like, it would be 2:30 and I'd be at the office at work, and my coworker would be like, are you okay? Like, that's how bad it was. I would like be falling asleep, exhausted, trying to figure out why I feel so tired and sluggish. I was craving so many sweets and sugar, and I was eating terribly. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see my naturopath, because I see her about twice a week. Not twice a week, because that's expensive. Twice a year is what I meant to say. She got it right on the head. As soon as we had a conversation, she diagnosed me with candida overgrowth. And I was like, candy? I had no idea what that meant. And she's like, candida, yeast. Ew. I couldn't believe my ears when she said yeast. I was like, surely you're lying. What do you mean yeast? Basically, I then started to work with her. She got me on this candida cleanse diet, and I can do a whole video on that. I meant to do it on TikTok, but I think I'm gonna do it here, because YouTube for me is going to be that yap vibe. It's gonna be FaceTime chat, vlogs, travel, all different types of things. She had me on a probiotic, and what else did she put me on? All natural stuff, obviously, because she's a naturopath. She gave me this, Candibactin. It's, an antifungal. That's what it is. It's an antifungal. And I had to take it 3 times a day. And then I also had to take this 3 times a day. And then I had to take my probiotic 3 times a day, but I had to take them separately. This one with food, the other one without food. And I had to take my vitamin D, and I had to take my omegas. Like, it was like a whole thing, but I committed to it. I'll talk about that more in like a video for that, but I'm down. How much weight have I lost? Hold on, let me see. I've lost 16 pounds from the Candida cleanse. But I went back and saw her after I completed my 28-day Candida cleanse. And now I am on a calorie deficit, where we're just focusing a little bit more on still eating whole foods and grains, and staying away from like super starchy carbs. Like I eat sourdough as opposed to like regular white bread, and quinoa rather than white rice, you know? So I'm still sort of sticking to that stuff. I'm still a sugar girly. I love sugar. I won't ever be able to like give that up ever. But thing is about candida, that what happened was that the antibiotic basically cleared my gut of all of the microbiome, the good microbiome that my gut needed. And that's what like caused more of like just crazy. But the whole point is that my skin looks like this now because I took control over what's happening in the inside, and I'm still taking my probiotic. I'm doing apple cider vinegar shots. I'm all out, but I need to go and get another one. This is the moisturizer. It's the Melicare Intensive Cream. It actually smells really good too. I love it. That's the thing about doing content. Like, you get skincare. Like, I haven't bought skincare in forever. Like, they just reach out and they say, hey, you want to try this? And I've got months worth of skincare. So I'm very grateful for that, alhamdulillah. I wrote down a list of things to talk about because I knew that I was gonna yap too much. YouTube is going to be a safe space to yap and just like mosey around Edmonton. I'm still new to the city. I've been trying different types of restaurants and cafes and activities. I've networked and built relationships with business owners here. So it just feels good to be able to like start over somewhere new, but not feel super isolated, because I still, don't get it twisted, I'm still an introvert. Like, I spend time with my husband and my daughter, and I would not have it any other way. I made a vision board this year, and I think I'm like ticking off the boxes. We went to Greece. It was our first trip since before we had our daughter. So it was like, it was well overdue, but we're taking another one. We're taking another one. We're going. That also is going to be my first travel vlog. I was so mad at myself for not vlogging the Greece trip, because we did Santorini and Mykonos, and that would have 100% been vlog worthy. I'm just mad at myself for not doing that. Before we go, I'm going to Toronto in a couple of weeks to go see my mom and spend some girl time with her. We're also going to a Somali wedding. I haven't been to a Somali wedding in probably like 10 years. So I can't wait to put on like a dira. Like if you're Somali, you know, a dira, like a traditional Somali wedding outfit, deheb, like gold L over me, like just like extra. So I'm gonna go to see her. We're gonna stay in Toronto. We're going to just yap. We're gonna just be girls. We're gonna shop. We're gonna eat. We're gonna do all the things. So I'm excited. I feel like I'm just at that place now where I literally am just doing what I want and I'm loving it. Like, who cares about followers? Who cares about like, our brand collaborations fun? Absolutely. If they come, I'm gonna accept them. Like, don't get that part twisted ever. But it's just a place to just be girls. You know what I mean? The other really big thing is that my daughter is turning 5. So that she's going to school in Alberta. Whereas if we still lived in Ontario, she'd already be in school because they start at 4 there, but she's 5 and she's still in daycare. So she's going to school in September. Her birthday is also in September. So she's going to be in her new class on her birthday, but we're planning a birthday party for her. And that's probably the most exciting part of my summer. I'm so excited for that because I will not be okay when she goes to kindergarten. Like, I'm going to bawl my eyes out. That's my baby. I'm a mom. Mommy. Mamacita. Cheers to more collaborations. More footage. We are back and we're better. We've got good lighting. Oh no, we don't. This hasn't been on the whole time. Oh, get it together, girl. First video. Oh, what an amateur. We've got good lighting. We've got a nice camera, courtesy of the husband, Kareem Williams. Okay. And we've got good audio. So like the footage is going to be great, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, because if you're a yapper, better yet, if you're a listener, you're gonna wanna just hear me yap. Follow me on TikTok, Amal J. Williams, same as Instagram, Amal J. Williams. I'm loving TikTok more than Instagram. Instagram's sort of like a photo diary where I just like post the pictures and like, you know, when you go on holidays and you act like you're on a brand trip on your stories, that's basically what I do there. Whereas like TikTok is where I do all my fun Edmonton explorations and fun stuff. I would like to put out a vlog every week, but that is pushing it. I think that's reaching for the stars. If I can do that, then I literally can do anything because I work full time, I'm a wife, and I'm a mom. I'm sorry, Huda, like, look what you started. With that, I'm gonna brush my teeth, get into bed right now. Oh, I have to tell you what book I'm reading. Hold on, wait a minute, because this is going to be a book club sort of vibe too, because especially when the winter comes. Oh, my mic is still on. I wonder if it's still connected and you guys can still hear me. I'm reading Quicksilver, and I love this book. Is it making me like obsessed like Throne of Glass and ACOTAR? Not really. But this guy right here, Kingfisher, it's giving Rhysand. Like, I'm this powerful fae from another realm, in another place that you're not used to. And I'm self-loathing, but everybody loves me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so good. So we're about here. I think we're about here. And there came a time where I was just flying through books, and I'm just not anymore because life has been very busy. And now that I'm doing this, I might not have time for this, but tonight I will. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. I'm gonna brush my teeth. My daughter and the husband are on their way home from swimming lessons. I'm just gonna enjoy it. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna enjoy it. And for those of you thinking about creating content, do it. If you don't have a camera, fine. Use your iPhone. When I was making anti-MLM content, I was using my iPhone and a light. And I grew up to 4,000 followers in like a year and a half. So there's no excuse. If you're thinking about it, just do it. Just do it. This is your sign. Make sure you subscribe and like leave a comment if you missed me or not. I will see you all at the next one.